YouTube. My name is Camille and welcome back to my palace. Welcome back to another episode of International Student Diaries. This is season 1, episode 5. So in this current video that you're watching, episode 5, I literally talked for like an hour straight telling y'all what's been going on. So I'm going to break this up into different episodes. In this episode specifically, we're going to focus on housing. But we got a lot to talk about, y'all. I recorded like when I take trips or stuff like that, the field trips, I guess you could call it, with the school. For different places that I have to be, but a lot has been going on and I have been so busy, like so busy. I've been on myself in my head like, you need to post a YouTube video, you need to post a YouTube video. It's been so long, which by the time y'all see this, the videos are gonna start rolling. Like you're gonna see some content by now. I don't know where to start. First of all, we're in a new palace, y'all. Y'all know I had to move. I believe I told y'all that. I really don't even know what the last thing is that I've talked about in the videos because it's been that long, so forgive me. But I have moved. The other place I had to get out of, they said they wanted to rent it out for Airbnb. Well, actually, they didn't even really tell me that. They was like, oh, someone booked it. But last I had told, or last that I had knew or heard, is that they took it off of Airbnb because I was staying there. And I guess somewhere along the way, they felt like with Airbnb was going to make them more money. So they put it on Airbnb. Didn't tell me. And they were saying, when I came back from the holidays, I had said, because they kept writing me like little contracts, like contract for 2 weeks signed, da-da-da, like kind of high prices if you ask me. And I don't know if I get into detail in another video. If I do, y'all have it. If not, I'm sorry. But like high prices, literally. Like we and I had came there, we originally agreed on 50 euros a night, which is like 1,500 a month around there, which was cool. But it was never that. The first month that I moved in there, which was kind of like a half a month, we stuck to the 50 euros. And then after that, it was never that. They always had an excuse. First, it was holiday time, which means the price had to go up. Then it was, oh, we can't do 50 euros anymore. Like, he's just like, I'm just not going to honor that, basically. So, yeah, it became a headache. And the place was not worth what I was paying, in all honesty. But I kind of wish they would have gave me a heads up about, like, hey, you're going to have to move because we're putting it on Airbnb soon. So you need to be looking for a place. Instead, when I came back from the holidays, I asked them about like a longer contract and everything. And then that's when they messaged back and was like, no, I don't know about no longer contract. Plus someone booked for such and such time. So you need to be out in like a month and a half or something like that, I believe it was. With everything that's going on, certain times of the year it's harder to find housing. And that was a time period that was really hard for me to find housing. And I'm like, listen, y'all want me out, but I need a place to go. Like, help me, because y'all are from here. I am not. This is not America. We can't walk into apartment buildings and see it. Like, it's different over here. So help me. And he was like, I'm going to reach out to some friends of mine, da-da-da. And he found a friend. And I ended up moving here. And y'all haven't seen this place, the Palace, but I do plan on showing y'all. All these places is a little bit raggedy. Don't get me wrong. I'm grateful for having a place to stay and whatnot, but I'd be lying if I said it wasn't raggedy, because it's very raggedy. But anyway, this place is a lot bigger than where we were at before. If I do have videos or pictures of me touring it, I will include that now.
Ti dico, se finisco entro poco, vengo diretto e arrivo tipo in mezzo, tre quarti, in modo tale che Faccio prima del tuo riposino. Ah, vabbè. Ok, ok, allora chiamo lui sul telefono. Ok, ok. Va bene, ci sentiamo dopo e ti faccio sapere.
So when I toured, he didn't say anything like that was wrong or anything. When I moved in here, he said the Wi-Fi only works near the door, which is right there. So I was like, okay. And I was like, I'm a student, like I'm gonna need Wi-Fi. And then I am young, I'm gonna need Wi-Fi, like no Wi-Fi is just that's impossible. And standing by this door is kind of crazy. So he's like, we're gonna work on it. We're gonna get an extender. I'm gonna talk to my dad. Okay, well, hurry up, basically. Like, hurry up. We're running out of time because I'm already in here and you didn't tell me this until I moved in. So moving and I'm like stressed out, like tired. Moving day was hectic for me. OMG. I have 5 suitcases. I honestly don't know how to pack light because this is light for me, but I feel like I should have packed a lighter because it's just me by myself and I have all of this luggage, which is not really a lot when you think about it. But traveling and moving from place to place, 5 suitcases is a lot. And so the taxi drivers here only speak Italian, which sucks. And being as though, hello, I got melanin in my skin, so I look different. They try to take advantage of that. So I thought the lady was saying that, first of all, she did not like want to pull up and help me with my luggage. She blocked the street and she got in an argument with a guy. This is just to sum it up. She got an argument with another guy who basically got out the car, and I know he cussed her out in Italian, like had to it. So because she blocked the whole street off, but she was just standing in the street like, help me with the bags. I got 5 suitcases. So that doesn't happen, and she pulls like all the way down the street and she's calling. Mind you, this angel lady shows up. I don't know her name, but I'm calling her an angel because she only spoke Italian too, but she was like a miracle for me. So the lady like leaves. Basically, the taxi driver kind of like leaves, and we don't know where she's at. And so she calling me, and I'm like, hello, like where are you at? But she doesn't speak any English, and I don't know Italian like that. So I was like, let me put the phone on speaker and hand it to this angel lady that appears because the angel lady noticed me in the street. Some of my luggage is like in the street. Some of my luggage is like at the gate of where, I was staying at the time. So it was like a mess. Like it was very hectic for me. I was really stressed out. Like, so the angel lady comes, she's standing with my luggage because I'm trying to figure out where this lady is. And then she calls, so I walk back to her and I'm like, da da da. So she's speaking like Dove, because Dove is where. So I guess she was like, where are you? Because one of my bags was still in her car. So I'm like, this lady leave, like my bag in her car. Like, what are you doing? Like, so the lady was like, she at the end of the block. So now I'm kind of like, yo, this is crazy because now I have to drag all 5 of my suitcases. And I had bags too at the end of the block because, I had like condiments or like cleaning stuff like that I had in bags. So all of this towards the end of the block. And she's standing there, she's not really helping with the luggage, like help me with the luggage. But this angel was helping me. Like she's like, you stay here and start rolling some of your, well, she was like, I'm gonna stay here with the suitcase you have down here, you start rolling some of it down. And then we got towards the end, she like helped roll my suitcases, help put them in the taxi. And then the taxi, I guess she was saying something, I don't even know what she's saying. I thought she was saying, at first I thought she was saying because of the amount of luggage she want me to pay her more money. And I'm thinking like, okay, $5, like whatever, lady, like you're getting on my nerves because you haven't done shit. In all honesty, you pulled down the end of the block. Me and this angel lady is working 10 times hard, whatever. But then the angel lady was basically trying to say like 5, or I don't know if it's like 5 or 8 or something. I think it was 8 actually. She wanted 8 euros, and I'm thinking like, why? First I was telling the angel lady, but I'm the only one that speaks English, okay? So I'm like, why when I've already paid for the taxi, And I guess neither one of them was understanding that. And then they was pointing at the luggage and stuff. So I'm like, maybe she want me to pay her extra because I have a lot of luggage. That's what's in my mind. Then when the angel lady, she leaves, mind you, it's pouring raining during this day, like raining hard. And as we're putting my last suitcase in, the zipper breaks or something, so shit is just falling all out. It's a hot mess, and I'm just trying to stuff back in and just be like, yo, let me just get to the new place already because it's crazy. But So yeah, Angel Lady leaves, she waves off, and we're in the taxi, and I'm kind of annoyed because I've already had a day at this point. And basically, when we pull out to the spot, the lady, like, I owe her 10 euros. I don't know where 10 came from, but I'm stressed out. Like, I know, like, well, in the taxi, on the way there, I'm looking at the thing and my Uber thing, because I did a taxi via Uber, and it was saying, like, canceled. So I'm thinking, like, maybe the ride canceled. That's why she want to pay me. And I was like, I'll just give her $10 because I really didn't have change for the 8 anyway, the 10 euros or whatever. So when we get out the car, she need 10 euros. And I'm thinking, like, dang, I thought it was 8. I was going to give you 10 anyway, but, like, you know, you doing too much. So me happy to be at the destination. I got a suitcase falling apart. It's raining. I get the lady $10 because I'm over it. And or 10 euros, I'm over it. I just want to get settled. I'm tired. Like, so much has happened this morning. And this is just like the gist of it. Like, I literally was supposed to have help moving. That kind of became chaotic. I did message like one of the students in my class, and he was like, this is spontaneous. I can't do it. It's too spontaneous. And I'm just like, dog, like, okay. Anyway, needless to say, once we finally get everything in here, he says that the manager here, he says it about the Wi-Fi. Anyway, I want to go take a shower, and I go take a shower, and the water is ice cold. Yeah, so I had basically no Wi-Fi and no hot water, and I was staying in here. I didn't get hot water until maybe a week and a half later. Didn't get any Wi-Fi or the Wi-Fi around the whole place, the extender, until 2 weeks later. Yeah. And crazy enough, even last week, the hot water went out for 2 days. And I had asked him, like, hey, because the price to stay here is really expensive. And I was like, you know, can I get something like off the rent or something that's crazy? And he's like, no. And he's like, plus on top of that, I told you that it was no Wi-Fi when you toured it or something like that. And I was like, no, you told me when I moved in here. And then he's gonna say, also the hot water, it was lukewarm water or something. He said, to my hands it was lukewarm, to my body it was cold, like ice cold. So like, what are we doing? And I got sick because of that. I was sick for a whole nother week, and y'all know how that was. This is just catching up though, a lot of stories. But what's my next story for y'all? Oh, another thing, right now, as of last Friday, I came home and the lights in the kitchen don't work at all, and I had to like get a lamp and put it in there so that I could see, because where the kitchen is not really a window that has good lighting, so it's dark in there. So I had to like get a lamp or something to put in there. Oh, and another thing, moving. So once I moved in, I took a cold shower, and I just wanted to lay down. The bed had a blanket in it and no sheets and no pillowcase. So I'm like, I pulled the blanket back at first, and I'm like, it has no sheets. The bed is not made up. So there's like cabinets over here. As y'all can see, this cabinet doesn't even close, but it has that stuff in there. And so I had found like a sheet, so I made the bed up with the sheet and the blanket. I didn't have no pillowcase at all, but I had the pillow from that I flew with. And or the first night, I don't even think I had a pillow at all, because the pillow that I flew with, I think I had to wash it or something. But yeah, and I just lay like that. And then like some time later, I get up and I'm like, dog, I don't even think this blanket was clean. And so I go to the video or the picture that I had took when I toured it, and I was like, yo, this is the same blanket. Like, they gotta be fucking kidding me. So I'm like messaging this man. He don't know if this stuff is clean or not, but there's stuff in the cabinet, and there was another blanket in this cabinet. I pulled this blanket out and it was mad dirty, and I'm like, yo, this stuff is dirty, da 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 da. And he like, it's not dirty, da da da, but it was very dirty. And so it took me, this is another reason I was taking cold showers and no blanket, because at the time when I had the other blanket on the bed and I realized that it was from the last person, my mother was like, throw that on the floor. So I threw the blanket on the floor, and then I was hoping there was going to be another one in this closet. Once this was dirty, I was like, there's no way I could put this on my body. So I had like a thin blanket that I had got from flying. I threw that over me, and it was so thin. When I tell you I was freezing, like I woke up just mad cold, like freezing, an icicle. And it was kind of like that for like a week or so. And then he came maybe a week and a half, and he was like, I'm gonna bring you a blanket. Finally, he brought me a duvet cover. So yeah, it was cold. Maybe about 2 weeks later, he brought me the thinnest blanket I've ever seen, and the smallest. It doesn't even fit the whole duvet cover, like length, width, or anything. Like, it's so tiny. I was like, at this point, I just gotta take what I can get. And then he complained about the heating system in here, because he was like, when I was cold, I always be pressing like boo boo boo, because I'm freezing and I'm sick. Like at this point, I'm taking cold showers. There's no blanket. Like, dog, do something. And the heat, it only allow you to turn it up to a certain amount. And I realized that they're controlling it over there. And then he sent a message one day like, the heating bill is very expensive. If this gets too high, we're gonna have to take it out or something like that. And I was like, what do you mean take it out? Like, the crap isn't working because it's freezing in here, blah blah blah. But after that, he just left the conversation alone. So that's housing update.